Hi, I'm Mark and welcome to another lesson with Master Everyday English. In today's lesson, we're going to focus on some of those phrasal verbs and expressions that you can expect to hear when you're waiting at the gate at an airport for your flight. I'll give you the phrasal verb or expression and then I'll give you a little example sentence using that phrasal verb or expression. So let's get started. Allow for. When you allow for something, you consider something or you make preparations for something. Please allow time for passengers to board the plane. To bear in mind means to remember something. Bear in mind that we have a full flight and boarding times are slower. Carry out means to complete something, especially to complete some kind of check. The crew are carrying out final checks. Go ahead. This means to continue or to proceed somewhere or with something. Passengers can go ahead and join us at the gate. Stay back means to remain a safe distance away from something. Please stay back from the main door until we're ready to board. Point out. To make somebody aware of something or to give important information. We'd like to point out that passengers are only allowed one carry-on bag. Stand by. To be ready or waiting for something to happen. We're standing by for the main doors to open. Get underway. This means to begin or start something. We'll get boarding underway in just a few moments. Run late means to start something later than you expected. Due to the weather, we're running 10 minutes late. To keep up to date means to give the most recent information. We'll keep you up to date with any changes to the departure time. Allow for. To bear in mind. Carry out. Go ahead. Stay back. Point out. Stand by. Get underway. Run late. To keep up to date. Now let's get some practice listening to those expressions and phrasal verbs in a real situation. You're going to listen to an announcement. This is an announcement at the gate. The airline staff are giving some information about the flight.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Flight 3949 to Memphis is running a little late today due to bad weather, but we hope to be getting underway shortly. Please bear in mind we have a full flight today, so allow a little extra time for boarding. Once our crew has carried out the final checks, we'll ask you to go ahead and begin making your way to the gate. We'd like to point out that pre- and priority boarding will be on the left side of the airline counter, and we ask all passengers to please stay back from the main door until the boarding parties are announced. We're standing by and will keep you up to date on our departure time as we get it.
Now listen again. Read along with the announcement and I'll highlight those expressions and phrasal verbs so that you can see them in the announcement.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Flight 3949 to Memphis is running a little late today due to bad weather, but we hope to be getting underway shortly. Please bear in mind we have a full flight today, so allow a little extra time for boarding. Once our crew has carried out the final checks, we'll ask you to go ahead and begin making your way to the gate. We'd like to point out that pre- and priority boarding will be on the left side of the airline counter. And we ask all passengers to please stay back from the main door until the boarding parties are announced. We are standing by and will be keeping you up to date on our departure time as we get it.
Don't forget, if you're enjoying this video, why not check out my channel, Master Everyday English. There are lots of other videos about life and work in the United States. Let's do an activity together. This is to get some practice now identifying those phrasal verbs and expressions, the common expressions you'll hear when you're waiting at the gate for your airplane. You'll see a sentence on the screen. The main verb in the sentence is highlighted. What I'd like you to do is look at the two options, A or B. Decide what's the best phrasal verb or expression to replace the verb in the sentence. Let's do an example together. Here's the sentence. Please remember, the gate will close in 10 minutes. Look at the two expressions. What's the best to replace the word remember? That's right. A is the best choice. Bear in mind. Please bear in mind the gate will close in 10 minutes. Boarding will start in 20 minutes. That's right. The best answer is get underway. Boarding will get underway in 20 minutes. We want to make you aware that cell phones must be switched off. Point out. We want to point out that cell phones must be switched off. We have a number of passengers arriving later than expected. Run late. So in this case, we have a number of passengers running late. The airline staff are ready and waiting to open the gate. Stand by. So the sentence sounds like this. The airline staff are standing by to open the gate. That's it for today. I hope this lesson is useful for you. if you are going to the airport and you want to learn a little bit more vocabulary, especially those phrasal verbs and expressions that you can expect to hear when you're waiting at the gate and you are listening for those announcements. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and click to subscribe.